What up, world? I'm Steve, founder and CEO of CryptoCrewUniversity.com, home of the #1 crypto classes. If you want to take this complex world of crypto, make it super simple so that you have more success, this channel is for you. Hit that subscribe button right now, turn on that bell, and everybody hit that thumbs up button. The Bitcoin market. Every single January, we've had a massive dump. Is it about to happen again? Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Hope you got a smile on your face. Hope you're looking fresh. And Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year 2020. We're in a new decade. I can't wait. 2020 is going to be the best year yet. We've built an incredible relationship together. We're going to take it to the next level in 2020. More discipline in the charts, more facts in the charts, always looking left, staying level-headed, and help you achieve more success in 2020. Let me know in the comments when you started watching my channel and maybe your favorite story or favorite video or the video that you started watching this channel on. Would love to see some comments on that. But let's dig into this. Every single January, Bitcoin has taken a big dump. And dump is a funny word in cryptocurrency. I still think it's a little humorous, but the correct term is a correction, right? We've taken a major correction or dump every January. You can see that each January, it's not just last year, every January has had a red candle, but not just any little red candle, is a pretty massive red candle. But if you dig a little bit deeper, there's distinct patterns that play out. Now, all markets will go through distinct patterns and distinct cycles. Some of them are a few month cycles, some of them are a few years, but there's a lot of different patterns. And when we dig into this specific January pattern, we're going to uncover something very fascinating. And it's going to tell us if we repeat this pattern, when exactly we would expect it and how low would we go. And on the other side, is there a new pattern playing out in the very beginning of January that tells us we're going to have a completely different type of cycle that nobody's ready for? We're going to cover all of that and more in today's video. I can't wait. Happy New Year again. I hope that you achieve all your biggest goals in health and wellness in 2020. Together, we're going to make it the best year yet. I guarantee it. But what I'm about to tell you is incredibly important, so listen closely. This could be your golden ticket in 2020. This is the final call. This is your last chance to ever get my classes this cheap. They will never again be this cheap ever again. That holiday sale is about to expire. Time is quickly running out. And I want to help you start the new year off with a bang. I want to help you be able to build for your future. I want to be able to help you dominate those trades in 2020. I want to help you recover your losses in 2020. And I want to help you feel the joy of winning in 2020. But the clock is ticking. Time is running out. You have been wanting these classes. My classes are the absolute perfect thing for you in 2020. But time is running out. This is your absolute last chance to get these classes this cheap. They will never again be this cheap. Don't miss out. Now, your question is, Steve, I'm in. Today's the day. I'm going to bite the bullet. It's the new year. I'm going to start off fresh. Which class do I get? Two options, the diamond and the gold. Now, how do you decide which one is best for you? You're going to sign up to the diamond combo if you're really new to crypto. If you want to start right at step 1 and you don't want to miss any important content, the diamond combo is for you. It'll be the first link right down in the description. I'll link it for you inside the video. Or just go to our website, cryptocrewuniversity.com. Massive 40%. It's about to expire. Do not miss out. Now the gold. Is the gold perfect for you? Well, have you been in crypto between 1 and 2 years? Then the gold is absolutely perfect for you. It's going to start you right at the charts, so you learn how to set up the charts step by step, and you learn all the tools that go with it to be able to dominate in 2020. Gold combo, second link right down in the description. I'll link for you inside the video, or just go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. Again, 40% off. If you have any questions at all, email me right now, info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. Biggest question I get asked, Steve, which classes are best for me in my situation? Let me know your situation. Let me know your experience. I'll get you set up with the best classes. Info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. I'll see you on the other side. Now, as we dig into this chart, there's a lot to uncover. It's not just these red candles every single January. There's more to uncover, right? And also, what's your prediction for this January? Let me know right now before we dig into this video, and you could be swayed in one direction or the other. Let me know your prediction. But if we dig back to January of 2015, we had a pretty major candle. And again, there's distinct patterns that have been playing out for year after year after year. But first, we need to understand that, okay, we were in, these are monthly candles, by the way. We had 3 months of consolidation in a downward trend, and we moved into our technical bottom in January. And then we started to recover. The market recovered. And as we zoom in here to 2016, you can see we were in a consolidation point here and just had a major downfall in the month of January. The same thing happened in 2017. As we fast forward, we were in another tier of our cycle. The market was looking phenomenal, and this was a very devastating candle, but not as devastating as the 2018 January candle. Right? And as we move into the 2019 candle, it was right again near the bottom of our market, similar to that of the 2014 candle. But let's take it a couple steps further. Distinct patterns will help you so much in crypto in every single market. So as we start to look at the weekly candles, we start to uncover a very mysterious pattern. So now what we're doing is we're looking at January 2015, right? If we zoom out here, then you get a little bit comfortable with where we're at on the chart. We're just going to dig into this first scenario here to see what the patterns are. And you can see this green candle was the start of January 5th. Prices were at about $307. The next 2 weeks were incredibly critical. We went from $307 all the way down to about $166 in the first 2 weeks of January. Massive. Just the first 2 candles really dictated everything that you saw happen in that monthly candle. And as we move forward into 2016, it's pretty similar. You can see that we started our candles here. Prices were at about $460, and we took a nosedive all the way down, or as you may like to say, a dump, down to $353. By the way, that's a really overused term in crypto. I really don't like the term dump at all, and you'll see after my videos, there'll be people that say, "Oh, Steve, right after your video, Bitcoin took a dump. It's down $52. And a dump is the correct term is a correction, right? So there's pullbacks, there's corrections, there's bear markets. Those are 3 distinct tiers of saying that the price fell, right? So again, the beginning of January 2016, first two candles. Again, 2 years in a row, the first two candles of January played a distinct role in our correction. And again, these are weekly candles. This was a 46% correction. That's pretty major, right? 25% correction, also very large. And as we zoom forward here, you can see 40% for 2016, right? Let's see if that same pattern plays out. This is the December. So we started here in January 2nd. This is our January 2nd candle. If we zoom in here, and you can see again, for the third consecutive year, the first two weekly candles dictated everything. First 2 weeks, 3 years in a row. And as we move forward, this was a very tough period for Bitcoin. January 2018, you probably remember it very well. This is when the high majority of humans thought this was just a temporary pullback, a temporary correction, and that we would proceed to the moon. But Bitcoin had other things in store. So this wasn't technically the first 2 weeks, although the first 2 weeks was the high majority of the damage. This was actually the entire month of real problems in Bitcoin. And as we continue to move forward into our most recent, you can see that a 20% correction had played out as well in the first 2 weeks. So if we look at all of the history, for 5 consecutive years, January has been tough. 4 out of the 5 were in the first 2 candles of the month. So that's something to really pay close attention to. But it gets more interesting. It gets more interesting. Now, you tell me, what do you think the average correction was, right? What do you think the average correction was? And when you know the average correction, how far would it dictate if we had an average January correction? What price would we end up at? Let me know in your comments below. We'll see if you're correct here in a minute. But as we dig into future, we'll dig into the future in a minute, but the current price action that we've been having towards the end of 2019 into 2020 is very fascinating. Again, we'll draw attention to this candle. This was the deciding candle. And again, right now it's easy to look back and say, you know what? That candle was the deciding factor. This was the point in which we really started to fall. And anybody could say that now. But again, what we try to do is stay super level-headed, only look at the facts and the charts. We never discuss the news for a reason. On July 3rd, 2019, we made a video and we put the title, Will Bitcoin Hit 20K This Week? That was the talk of the town. At that time, everybody thought we would hit 20K this week. And we shot that down. And instead, we pointed at this candle and we said, this is a gravestone doji candle. By definition, it's a trend reversal. Expect a major trend reversal. We said that way back in July of last year. And you can see that just by staying level-headed, this is something that you could do. And I really express that in these videos. We didn't have a magic wand. We didn't have a magic ball. We stayed level-headed. We looked at the facts, and that was it. And that's what we're going to do in this video with this January fall down, with this January dump or correction. Now, as we dig into it a little bit further, we're going to come here. And I hope you took the time to say, well, what's the average correction? And when I know the average correction, what price does that dictate if we were to have the average correction? So if we come here to our chart, we'll highlight the number in blue. And the average January dump is 37.4% over the course of the past 5 years. That's substantial. That's a substantial dump. Now, how far would this, if we were to have an average January dump, we're looking at these targets here. Inside January, we'll take the current price of Bitcoin, which is 7,255, and we'll take a measured move to identify if we were to have an average January dump, and again, 5 consecutive years, 4 of the 5 with the first 2 weekly candles dictating all the movement. Where would that bring us? Well, at 20%, we're already down to 5,700. We got to continue down. 33%, we're already at 4,008. We're going to 37.4, which is 4,500. That's how substantial these dumps in January have been. Imagine in the first 2 weeks, we drop all the way down to 4,500. Now, the question to you is, do you think it's possible? Do you think we're going to repeat history and carry this out? Or is there a different pattern playing out that we are about to uncover? So let me know in the comments down below what you think. Again, this is where we take this complex world of crypto, make it super simple so that you have more success. Hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up. I just got to say, we have such an incredible community. I'm so proud. I'm so happy for the community that we've built. No hype, no BS, no beating around the bush, straight to the facts, only the facts, and no news. And it's incredible. So thank you. I look forward to your comments of when you started watching the channel as well. And potentially, if you know the video you started watching, that would be very interesting. So now that we've covered this January scenario, we have to dig deep into the charts right now to see if there are signs that this is starting to play out. It's January 1st. It's the first of the year. Not just the first of the year. This is the first day of the decade. So I'm really excited. But what are the charts saying? That's going to be the next wave of charts we're going to look at, is the other side of the coin, and identifying trends that are happening now and see if they line up with this. Because if we went down to 4,500, we would stay down at those levels below 6K for probably the whole year. I'm just telling to you like it is. We looked at the Gaussian channel over the past few videos. We've entered the green of the Gaussian channel. There has never been a time in history that we've entered the green and not stayed down in that channel for 1 year. We've never done it. Anytime we've entered, it's been problems for around 1 year. So let's just be aware that that is a distinct possibility. But now let's talk about something incredibly important. Something that's going to perk your interest, so pay close attention. This could be your golden ticket in 2020. This is the final call, and this is your last chance to ever get my classes this cheap. We have our countdown clock here. It is quickly running down, and the classes will never again be this cheap. So I want to help you start the new year with a bang. I want to help you be able to dominate trades in 2020. I want to help you be able to recover your losses in 2020. I want to help you be able to feel the joy of winning in 2020. But time is running out. You have been wanting the classes. Today is your day. Do not miss this opportunity. So now the question becomes, well, Steve, I'm in, I'm biting the bullet, I'm pulling the trigger. Which class is best for me? We've got the diamond and the gold. Which is best for you? If you're really new to crypto and you want to start right at step 1, you don't want to miss any important content, you want to start right from the beginning, that's the diamond combo. Diamond combo will be perfect for you. It'll be the first link right down in the description, a link for you inside the video as well, or just go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. Now the gold combo. Is the gold combo right for you? Well, have you been in crypto between 1 and 2 years? Then the gold combo will be perfect for you. It's our top seller. It's our most popular by far. It's the one all my students rave about. Gold Combo, second link right down in the description. I'll link it for you inside the video, or just go to cryptocrewuniversity.com and you'll see it right there on the home page. So that's the diamond and the gold. Both are ridiculous 40% off. This is literally the last chance you will ever have to get the classes this cheap. So don't miss out. Now, the biggest question I get asked every day is, Steve, which classes are best for me in my situation? So email me your situation right now and your experience in crypto. info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. I'll be standing by to help you get set up with the classes that are best for you in your situation. So we've discussed the January scenario. We've discussed the first 2 candles in the month, which are extremely pivotal. But now let's dig deep into the charts right now. Right now in crypto, what are they saying? There's something going on here with the RSI and the MACD relative to price action. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it represents? Do you know what it's called? Let me know in the comments and we'll see if you're correct. We'll get to that in a minute because that is incredibly important. But when we're talking about patterns, we've been discussing these patterns for a few months now. So let's reiterate them. We had our death cross, which, by the way, everybody said, Steve, this is not the death cross. We don't need to pay attention to this. Well, look what happened after the death cross. We stayed true to what we believed in. The charts were saying the death cross was major, as it has for the history of mankind. Price has fallen dramatically since the death cross. But look at this pattern. Take a look at this. This is really fascinating. We had the death cross back in 2018. And we just played out 2018, all the scenarios, the exact same as we did in 2019. Watch this. We had the death cross and then prices fell. We had the death cross, price was way down here. Right after the death cross, then prices rallied. Right after the death cross, prices rallied. Well, what happened next? In 2018, prices fell to that 50-day moving average and then plummeted from there to a new low. Well, what happened here? Prices were up here. We fell all the way down to the 50-day and then prices plummeted, forming a new low after we broke the 50-day. What happened next? Prices were down here in 2018. We rallied up, back up to the 50-day. Well, here we rallied back up to the 50-day. We are step for step, pound for pound, right on target with... Actually, that was one of my affirmations. I get affirmations in an alert on my phone. It really will transform your life. Just a side note, you just heard it live here in the video. Back on track. We've got these formations, these distinct patterns that played out in 2018 are playing out step for step in 2019. So if we continue this pattern, what does it tell us? Well, what we did back here in 2018 was we had formed a new low. We rallied up to the 50-day. We had a slight pullback, and then we plowed through it, forming another lower high. The lower high means we continued stepping down the stairs and plummeting to more lower lows. We continued this trend. Again, trends are everything. The first thing I want you to do when you pull up a chart, whether it's the 5-minute chart, the 2-hour chart, the 1-month chart, it doesn't matter. But look for the trend first. What is the trend? The trend is your friend forever until it's broken, but you've got to have signs that it's broken. Again, when you create another lower high, the trend's going to continue. So if we continue to follow this pattern, that means we are here in the price. We are resisting the 50-day just like we did in 2018, and we battled through it, and we formed another lower high, which if you draw our trend line would bring you into this territory. So again, this is what we talked about for the past handful of weeks. We said it would happen at the very earliest Christmas time, but more likely in the month of January and potentially as late as February. But again, this is in a market where a lot of people are looking at lower levels right now. So usually the opposite happens, which is another point in this direction and not a point for the typical January collapse. But let's take it a step further. Now, hopefully you commented what you thought this was, what you thought it represented, and what actually it means. So this is, simply put, this is divergence. This is divergence. Now, you've probably heard the term divergence thrown around in a lot of videos, but still it doesn't quite make sense to you. Let's make it super simple. Divergence is simply when an indicator is going in one direction and the price is going in the opposite direction. That's it. That's all divergence is. So if you take the RSI is going up, forming a low, higher low, higher low, like this. Price is going down. Now, what does that mean when you identify this in a chart? Simply put, it means that price is about to do the opposite of what it's been doing. So in our case, we've got this one going up, we've got price going down. It tells us that price is about to do the opposite, so that means price would start going up. Simply put, that's what divergence is in a nutshell. We have it again with the MACD. MACD had our low here in October, our higher low in November 23rd, and another higher low in December 17th, right? Which is the exact opposite of what the price is doing. The price is moving to lower lows, and our indicators are moving to higher lows. Simply put, divergence means that price is about to reverse, which contradicts the January scenario of always having a dump. Same with our pattern, right? So through this scenario, we're looking at the daily chart. We're also going to take a look at the monthly and weekly to see if it aligns, because this is a daily chart, not as powerful as the trends we see on a weekly or a monthly. So we've got some evidence really to go against the grain of that January scenario. This was a daily. Now let's take a look at the weekly. So again, the weekly, you can see it a little bit cleaner that we're in this distinct channel where this is our top of our channel and this is our bottom, which also is a bull flag. Now, as we continue here, you can see that in our channel on July 8th, we had the top of the channel. Then we went to the bottom of the channel, then the top, then the bottom, top, bottom. This is a distinct pattern. This is super simple. Let's say it again. Top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom. What comes next? Probably the top. Probably the top, right? So this just clearly illustrates that if we were to break this channel, we're talking about going below, this is our weekly candle here, we're talking about going below 6K, which again, with our monthly chart that we'll look at in a minute, would spell significant trouble, and we'll ask ourselves, is it possible that we go through the bottom in the short term? What are the monthly candles saying? Or is it more likely that we come up and have resistance at the top of our channel? So right now, as the charts are sitting, it's more likely that we come up and test the top than come through and plow through the bottom. Because again, if we're going to go down to our normal January lows, it's saying that 4,005, which is all the way down here. Is it more likely that we come down here, or is it more likely we test the top? Right now, the facts in the charts are saying it's more likely we come up and test the top, which is what we've been discussing for several weeks now. So we've got the daily covered. We can see that there's bullish divergence. We can see this pattern repeating. We understand the weekly and the pattern that's completing here. And now we understand the picture of if we completed the January scenario, it puts us in a pretty tough spot. Or is it more likely we test here? Let's take a look at the monthly. What is the monthly saying? So we've got our monthly candles here. This is a chart we've looked at for 10 months, I would say. And it's significant. And again, what we've shown so far in the past 2 monthly candles is significant respect to that 6.4, right? If you rewind the clocks 1, 2, 3, 4 months ago, we started talking about that 6.4 level being the only level that we were watching to the downside. And we made it crystal clear that if we were to break 6.4, we would more than likely be below 6.4 for 6 to 8 months, which again, if you listen to the herd, I've seen a ton of comments that are like, well, you know what? I think we're going to crash down to 5K and then rally up. It doesn't work like that. This is the most significant level in crypto. Hands down, no argument. 6.4. If we were to fall below that, it would become resistance. It would be at least 6 months before we were to get back above that. More than likely, you don't want that to happen. There's no scenario that's, oh, we'll crash down to 5 and suddenly rally up. Markets don't work like that. Markets have to go through the ebbs and flows. It's all based on human psychology with money, and humans don't recover that quickly. If there's a major fall to 5K, there would be blood in the streets, there would be capitulation, people would be giving up, and money has to come back in to elevate prices. It just doesn't work that way in the real world. It's a nice thought, but that's not reality. So 6.4, we better watch that like a hawk. Can this month go down to 6.4? Absolutely. Absolutely. We could retest and continue to show some real support at that level, continue to show a lot of respect to that level. So we can absolutely have that play out. If we look at what's happening, yes, in January, we've had a tough go over the past 5 years. If we had an average January fall down, we're talking about 4.5K. Is that more likely, or is it more likely that we come up and test this area? It's right now the charts are saying it's more likely we come up here potentially in January is more likely, and then February would be less likely. But in those 2 months, it's likely we come up and test here. But I hate to say it, it's likely that it's a failed rally. Meaning, if you take a couple steps back and look at the bigger picture, we're still in a major correction, right? We're still walking down the stairs, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. We're continuing to walk down the stairs, and that's our trend. So even if we rally up here, it's not looking good unless we created unless we got above 10.5K. If we get above 10.5K, okay, then there's going to be fireworks. There's going to be a lot of money coming into the market, and you'll see a very swift and quick rally to the upside. If we do not get above 10.5K, if we get up to 9.5K, it's irrelevant. It's still in this channel, and we're still having a downturn. So that's it in a nutshell. That's the synopsis of the market. Let me know your comments down below of what you think. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And now we're going to move into Steve's secrets to success. I've got a great one for you today. I can't wait to get to it. Happy New Year again. Happy new decade, more importantly. And let me know what you believe is going to happen in 2020, the first month of 2020. What do you believe is going to happen in January? But again, something very important I need to talk to you about, right? So listen closely. Listen closely. What we talked about earlier is this is your final call. This is your last chance to get the classes this cheap. They will never again be this cheap. And the countdown clock is ticking. Time is about to expire. This is your last chance, your final call. But again, I want you to start out this new year with a bang. I want to help you dominate trades in 2020. I want to help you recover those losses in 2020. And I want to help you feel the joy of winning. These are the classes you have been wanting. Now is your time. Do not miss out. Final call. We've got the diamond and the gold. You're ready to bite the bullet. Which class do you sign up for? Diamond is perfect for you if you're really new to crypto. If you want to start right at step one, if you don't want to miss any important content, the diamond has your name all over it. It'll be the first link right down in the description, or go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. You'll see it right there on the homepage waiting for you. Or if you've been in crypto around 1 to 2 years, the gold combo has your name all over it. It's the top seller. It's our most popular by far, and you're going to love it. It's the second link right down in the description, or just go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. It'll be right there on the homepage waiting for you. If you have any questions at all, email me. The biggest question is, Steve, which classes are best for me in my situation? So email me your situation. Let me know how long you've been in crypto, and I'll get you set up with the classes that are best for you. The email is simple: info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. All right. Now we're into Steve's secrets to success. Real quick, if you haven't done so already, we're giving away $100 of Bitcoin. Go follow on Twitter, CryptoCrewU on the Twitter, CryptoCrewU. Go follow there, enter to win. I want to give more stuff away in the next couple of months, or next couple of weeks. I want to do another giveaway on YouTube. So first one will be here on the Twitter. Now, so I want to know, the first thing is I want to know when you started watching my videos. Have we been together a couple years? And do you remember the first video you started watching? Comment down below this information. It'll be really cool for me to read through that as we enter our new year in 2020. It's been probably a handful of years that we've been together, and I'm really excited. Yeah, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Like, what are you waiting for? If you haven't done that, join the movement, hit that subscribe button. And if you've done that, make sure you hit the bell. And if you've done both of those things, I love you. Now it's time to give a thumbs up. If you've done all of those three things, you're a rock star, in my opinion. So make sure you do those things, and you can share this as well. Share the love. Let's really build up our community together. I'm not in this alone. It's me, you, the person on your right, the person on your left, and we're doing it together. That's why our community is so strong and really so positive. There's a lot of great energy in our community, and it's because of you, not because of me. So thank you. Steve's secrets to success. If you're new, we do this in every video at the end. It's probably my favorite part of every single video because it's very different than crypto, but it helps you with your life. If you're not trying to have a better life and achieve more success, you will hate Steve's secrets to success. But if you're like most people who want to achieve more and make more money and achieve more success and do more great things, you're in the right spot. And by the way, I didn't mention this. This is a little bonus for you. This is the 21 monthly EMA, and we got some questions before. Steve, what price is that at? About 7K, a little above 7K, almost 7.1K. Right now we're holding that as support. So this week's Steve's secrets to success is stand up for what you believe in and be you. You'll see almost all the time this herd mentality of everybody looking to the right, looking to the left, looking behind them, and they try to be like everybody else instead of being themselves. Guess what? There's nobody in the world that's exactly like you. Nobody. So don't try to be like anybody else. Don't try to be like me or somebody else you see online or somebody you see in the movies or the music. Be you, because nobody else can do that better than you. Nobody else is like you. And when you're your true self, that's when you're going to achieve your true success. Let me give you a couple examples. I have never fit inside the box. Even when I was a little kid, I always did my own thing. Everybody else went right, I went left always. And that more often than not will get some ridicule and some people pss, 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 pss. But when you're your true self, that's when you achieve your true success. For example, here on YouTube, I wear bright colors. I've done that my whole life. I have crazy hair. I had crazy hair even back when I was a kid. Why? Because that's me. That's who I am. I don't care what everybody else does. I'm not trying to be normal like everybody else. I'm being me. And here's a question that I get on YouTube that it's one of the most uneducated questions I've ever seen come in on YouTube. And it goes something like, Steve, you're a successful trader. Why do you have classes? Why waste your time with classes? Why don't you just trade? This is really one of the most uneducated questions that anybody could ask. But let me explain, because this is me. I could easily sit back, trade me, my fiance, my son. We have a beautiful life. I could help my mom. I could do that. And I'm only affecting a couple lives. To me, that's boring. That's boring. That's not fulfilling. Instead, I want to impact the world. For my whole upbringing, we grew up with really struggling with money. Investing was always for the rich. They always had an upper hand. And I always wanted to change that. I hated that they had significantly more success because they had opportunities that people like me didn't. So I started trading at 16 years old. I got kicked in the head, kicked in the stomach more times than I can count. But guess what? I came out on top. I learned everything I needed to know about investing over the past 19 years, and I couldn't wait to share it with the world. And guess what? I'm doing something incredibly good for the world with my classes. I could have easily taken the bags from all these companies writing me every day over and over. Steve, I'll offer you 10,000, 5,000, 15,000, 20,000. Just please talk about my ICO, talk about my company, talk about this, talk about that. The only caveat is you have to tell your fans that you like my product, you use my product, you buy my coin, you do this. They want me to lie to you. Then they want to pay me a lot of money. I've turned all of them down because of what I believe in is I have these classes. They're doing good in the world. They're changing lives all around the world. I get emails all the time. Steve, you wouldn't believe it. I'm achieving so much success. My wife is proud of me because I can spend more time with her. I'm not stressed out all day looking at the phone. I'm not stressed out with every trade I make. I'm now making winning trades. This is helping people around the world. This is me. If I wanted to be like most of the people, I would take the money from all the companies because that's a lot easier. That's a lot easier than making classes that are really impactful and really educational and very professional. I could take the easy road, but that's not me. That wouldn't be fulfilling, and I would feel terrible. I'll feel really dirty lying to you in every video about some crappy coin or ICO. But that's where I can make a killing, because I could take some ridiculous coin and talk about it, and the price goes up because I can get all of you guys to invest in it, and then I sell and I take all the money and you have all the losses. That would be a pretty crappy life. I couldn't imagine anybody wanting to do that, but it's done all the time in crypto. It's not me. So I'm going to continue to be me. I don't fit in the box. I never will. And continue to be you. You probably don't fit in the box either. That's why you like me. So be you, and that's when you'll achieve your true success. Who cares what everyone else around you is saying? Because they're not like you. Nobody's like you. So be you is today's Steve's Secrets to Success. Let me know down below if you connect with that message. Yeah, last is just a special thanks. I mean, we've built such an incredible community. We've been at this for a few years, and somehow we have thousands of followers or subscribers, whatever they're called here on YouTube. And that's special. I mean, we come on here, we talk about things that are really different than a lot of folks are talking about, and it really connects with you. And we've had a deep relationship for the entire time, and that's incredible. And it's you that is helping the community grow with your comments, likes, shares, and so many people are telling their friends about our channel. That's special. And I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. And 2020 is going to be an incredible year. So that's it for this week's video. Let me know down below what you want to see in next week's video, and I'll see you right back here next Wednesday. We're back on our Wednesday routine. Happy New Year. Happy first day of the decade. And remember, if you haven't done so already, you do not want to miss this, your last chance to get the classes this cheap ever again. So I would hate for you to miss out on that. I'll see you on the other side. Shout out to all my students. Love you guys, and take care. I'll see you right back here next week. Peace and love to the crypto crew.